Hey everybody, welcome back to Podcast Minute Talk Show, the only talk show that actually allows you to run with scissors.
That's what you're cooking up?
Yeah, that's what I was cooking up. I told Tyler that I had one prepared because I usually don't, but I did have one prepared this time.
I have one prepared.
Yeah, Aiden's back, everybody.
Go for it, man.
No,
Go
I don't
for it,
know. I
Aiden.
kind of thought like my entrance would have been a little podcast minute talk show. The only talk show that welcomes moms.
You know what, man? He's gone for 2 weeks, doesn't say a word, doesn't apologize, and expects the red carpet when he gets back. What can we say?
What can we say? This is classic Aiden.
What do I got to apologize for?
For being
Nothing.
such a slob. Such a fat slob.
You fat fucking slob.
Tyler, you look confused at Sean's laugh.
It scares me.
Well, I'm Aiden.
I'm Tyler.
And I'm Sean. And this is
this is the Podcast Minute Talk Show.
Oh my God. That was terrible.
Yeah. Cut that. Cut that. Edit that. Fix it.
We're rolling right
Fix it in post.
We're going. We're not even taking a second. So how's it going, everybody? It's Podcast Minute Talk. So that was a little bit of a rough start.
Hey, I'd like to apologize. I'd like to apologize real quick. I got like 3 hours of sleep last night. We're just rolling with it. Yeah.
What happened when we parted ways last night? Because we were playing a game together.
I stayed up a little while longer. I completed some of those challenges, and then I kind of just didn't feel like going to bed, so I just watched YouTube.
Wow, that is not good and not healthy.
Nope, not at all. But
I stopped. I stopped using my phone in my bed, so whenever I get into bed, my brain knows it's time for sleep. So I can fall asleep, like not super quickly because I don't fall asleep very quickly. But Aiden, what about you? What's your sleeping habits like?
Pretty good. They used to suck, dude. I used to like need my phone there, but it got like to be a problem when the pandemic started, and then I like had no reason to get up in the morning, and then I would look on my phone like it was the weekend for like an hour every day, like when I woke up or like and stay in bed. So then I had to start moving it to like the other side of the room so that I could just like wake up and turn off the alarm. And then once I actually got in the habit of like not having it in bed and shit, my life improved tremendously.
Yeah.
Now like my bed is just like I don't associate it. Like I've like brought my phone up a couple times, and like just like every time I like put it down and then like don't even pick it up. Like I'm not like even thinking about it because I'm so used to not having it in my bed.
He's a changed man. He owns an air fryer.
Yeah. I own a griddle too.
Tyler, maybe you might want to try some of this. I don't know. Like,
yeah.
I'm never gonna change my ways. I think I'm just gonna die young.
In your head. What the? Yeah. Oh yeah. What? When do you guys think you're gonna die?
I was thinking about that. Like we could do it. I was thinking we could do an episode, where we figure out like, depending on what year you were born and your zodiac, we figure out like when you're gonna die, and then we make like an episode where we'd have to like study the stars for a while and figure this all out. And then we can make an episode where we just tell everybody like, hey, if you're a Pisces born in these years below, and it'll just have all the years that we've researched where we know, and then it's like, this is how you're gonna die, and we tell them the way they'll die. Because I figured like astrology breaks down like that when you get to it, like the root of it.
Could you imagine that like 1/12 of every single person on the planet just like, yeah, this person's a Pisces, they're destined to die in a bus accident. Like Tyler, they're gonna get hit by a bus.
See, this is the problem with you simpletons and why you diss astrology. Like us huge astrology nerds, us huge astrology nuts like Sean and I. It has you're not even thinking about your entire birth chart here. Okay. The year you were born and the time of birth is heavily dependent on that. So, we'll categorize it all. We'll be like, all right, Virgo is born in these years and times, and it'll have 200 things listed. People have to pause it and figure out, oh shit, that's my birthday. That's my birthday. Or that's the year I was born, 2001. And then we'll be like, this is how, and we'll be accurate is the other thing. Because we'll have researched it.
I believe in zodiacs. I believe in them.
Okay.
And I think based on my zodiac, I think I'm going to die in some sort of freak accident.
What kind would you hope for?
Oh, what kind would I hope for? What kind would I hope for? Painless.
You're not going to get painless in a freak accident.
What kind of fucking question is that? Honestly,
all right, let's be realistic, Sean. Let's be fucking realistic. It's a freak accident, my guy.
What would you consider a freak accident though? Because a regular accident could maybe be like you're a construction worker and equipment falls on your head or something like that. What would a freak accident
I feel like it's like when you have one of those car crashes where not only are you disfigured, not only do you die, and you're but you're your body's all fucking completely disfigured and fucked up, and you're conscious for 30 minutes in the car.
That's just a car crash though. I don't know if that's a freak.
That's a freak accident.
I think the
car crash itself, it's not the broadly where the situation was. It's how the accident pans out.
Yeah, but when I hear freak accident, I think I'm in the movie theater and a plane malfunctioned above and
okay, I don't think that.
plating
okay,
fell through the ceiling and killed me.
I don't.
That's a freak accident.
That's a fictional scenario.
That's a freak accident, though.
That is freak. A piano landing on your head, that's a freak accident.
This guy gets it. This guy gets it. This guy gets the ideal death.
That's not a freak accident. That happens every other day in cities with large buildings.
In Toontown, yeah.
Pianos in Toontown, maybe.
Tyler, I have a story for you.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So, by the way, also, I think we talked about our roommate Sean Lynn, or our old roommate. My old roommate, Sean Kane's roommate, but we talked about our roommate Sean Lynn, and we told everybody to DM him and say that his breath smells. And then he came over my apartment on Friday, and he was just I thought, but he was just yeah, some chick DM'd me and said she saw me on the train, and then my breath smelled. And it was it was 3 weeks. It's been 3 weeks or whatever, 2 weeks. So I didn't even remember. I was that's. Why does that sound? Oh, dude. Oh, I'm pretty sure that's from us. And I was I think we told. And then, but yeah, then he texted me later and was okay, this makes more sense. And it was 20 requests that were all other people. I was was he holding on to this for 2 weeks in his heart, heavily?
No, dude. Oh, man.
But anyway, he told me a story that I wanted to share. So his friend's 21st is, I'm probably not saying it the exact details right, but his friend's 21st. You can
do it. It's okay.
His friend's 21st is coming up, and they are having a party that Sean's going to, and in the party, the event, what they're doing to celebrate is they hired these little people strippers.
Okay.
And the first 30 minutes, all the dudes at the party celebrating the birthday, the strippers just beat them up. They beat them up, and they focus mainly on the birthday guy. They mostly beat him up, but they just beat them up for 30 minutes. And then the next 30 minutes, they spent apologizing profusely for beating them up. And being oh, I'm sorry. We shouldn't have done that. I don't know what came over me, begging for forgiveness from you. And that's a service that they do for that's their service. We could rent it for that reason.
It's people get off to that. I don't understand.
Wait, so what? They were strippers. What was their theme? Were they just normal strippers? Were they
they're not normal strippers? Remember, they're
little people. They're little people, but are they dressed as that?
They're dressed like strippers.
Their theme is we beat you up, and then we're sorry.
and we're also little people. I think that's a part of it. I feel like that like has like, is important. It's not just like they happen to hire only little people. I think like that was like intentional.
Yeah.
I feel like it makes the experience that like, I don't want to get beat up by a bunch of regular sized women. What the fuck?
But and these little women.
I would want
these little women.
Little women.
Dude, I can't lie. It sounds kind of fun too.
That book sounds great.
I love that book.
No, yeah, I don't know, man. 21st is coming up for Tyler. A couple months. Maybe you'll get a little present.
Yeah, almost. We're almost there, Tyler.
Yeah, getting older, closer to the grave. Can't wait, man.
Yeah, when do you think you're gonna die?
Like 5 years.
I remember when you gave that answer at school and they called you down to guidance.
That was fun. That was a good time.
It's like, they asked the question, where do you see yourself in 10 years? And Tyler said, I don't know, probably dead. A lot of stuff can happen in 10 years.
I could get in like bus accident. I don't know.
Valid.
I could get hit by a bus.
Yeah. I just don't. I don't think that implies that you're gonna like kill yourself. I just don't. I feel like if you were like,
I think they tried.
Yeah, they thought, but I feel like if you were like, probably dead, not like I have any worth here anyway, then like, yeah. But yeah, you're like, I don't know, probably dead. Who knows what'll happen?
Felt bad for the guidance counselor though. I was just trying to make a joke. I'm really sorry.
Sucks. That bitch sucks. I don't care. She's awkward.
I don't even remember her at all.
She's awkward. She like when my friend died, she like called me in to like 3 months afterwards, like these check-ins, and they did it like to our camera guy Dave too. The same thing for something that like he experienced. They would do this as well with these check-ins, and like literally like she would be like, "How's school?" And like I not like because I was like troubled by like my friend's death, but just because it was like so fucking awkward and like these weird check-ins with this lady I didn't know. And like it would just be silent for like 10 minutes. She would ask like a question to me and I'd give like a super bit like how's school, and I'd be like good, and then it would be like just sitting there for like 15 minutes of like disgusting uncomfortable silence. And Dave experienced it too. Do you think she's a fan? Do you think she's listening?
And I hope so.
I don't think so. I doubt it. Why would an adult be watching the show? The show's for kids.
What do you think? How old do you think the average viewer is of this listener of this podcast? Like, give me a number.
5 to 7.
5 to 7.
Funny? What's so fucking funny?
Is that? Do you think like you're outputting content that is for a 5 to 7-year-old?
Yeah.
I feel like we should do more.
I've always it's been a dream of mine forever.
I feel like we should do more.
I just figured that we were doing it.
Wait, well, since when has it been a dream of yours? So do kids programming?
Yeah, kids programming like PBS and shit.
When did that become your dream? You never talked about this.
It's always been my dream.
Tyler,
never once have I ever heard you mention this. That's a cool dream. That's a great dream.
It's always been my dream. I have this thing when I lie, where my the beginning of my sentence goes up.
Let's test that out. Sean, what day of the week is it? Say something else, not Wednesday.
Say a lie. Lie.
Yeah.
Saturday.
There it is.
Yeah.
That's why you're such a shitty actor. That's why we can't write you any lines.
That's why I gotta come up with all the lines myself.
Yeah. Me and Ty, like every woman in talk show was completely scripted, but only with Tyler and I's lines. Every Sean insert is a blank space.
It's
because every time he acts, his voice gets too high.
Depending on what Sean says, we have to completely rewrite the script around it.
Yeah, it's awful. Multiple scripts per episode. Okay, this is probably the end of the segment. So you know. Hey guys, welcome back to Podcast Minute Talk Show. I'm not going to do it again this time, but it's the only talk show that we're going to talk about beaning.
Yo, in Manchester, and I feel like places, we're going to talk about beaning. In Manchester, they are telling their shop owners to be on the lookout for children buying large quantities of tinned goods. Because of beaning, the new thing, which involves children smearing baked beans onto people's driveways, doors, and cars and filming it. It's called beaning.
You fucking is this a real thing? I can't.
It's a real thing, and it's not like happening. No, look up beaning right now.
I feel like I'm gonna get like some terrible search result. Like I go into like private search. Hang on.
Beaning.
Oh my god, Tyler's really going on private search to type in beaning. I'm sure that if you Googled beaning before this happened, you would still get
1 hour ago. First result: bean bandits.
Bean bandits.
Why teenagers are throwing big beans at people's houses?
That's what I'm reading too. Appearance: just like loads and loads of baked beans.
Why?
Well, this sounds delicious. It is anything but. Beaning is an act of cruel intimidation. This is what The Guardian is saying about kids putting beans on people's driveway. Beaning is an act of cruel intimidation, and the perpetrators are merchants of pure evil.
Why did this trend start?
I wish I was still young to be a part of this, but I'm too old.
Oh my god, they got the stats up for this like it's a fucking fandom character. Like questions and answers just like blocked out. What the fuck?
Beaning, age, a month old. Appearance, just like loads and loads of baked beans.
Oh, I get it. Like egging. No, not like egging at all.
No, literally. Then it's like, oh well, are they breaking things with the tin cans? No, they're not. They're just throwing the beans. I don't think it's even that big of a problem. Let some kids bean if they want to. You know what I mean?
Do say beaning is thoughtless act of vandalism. Don't say if I catch these beaners, they're toast.
Look.
Wait, no. Where? No.
What?
They actually say that? Are you fucking kidding me?
If I catch any beaners, they're toast.
Don't say that.
You
cannot say that.
Not. What can we do to prevent the rise of? Are you fucking kidding me? They actually posted this.
They're kind of making a big deal out of this. I feel like it's just like get the hose. Like it's August, or September.
It's September.
We can still hose our driveways. Like who? I feel like now we're talking about beaning on the show, right?
We're journalists.
Like now we're informed. Like I had no idea. I'm sure there's probably a good amount of listeners who have similar types of, they get the similar media than us and who also had no idea. And now we're talking about it. I'm sure others are talking about it. And I think who cares? Let the artist paint. Let the beaner bean.
Okay, I could respect that. Let the pirate pillage.
Yes.
Let the Viking pillage. Let anybody, let people pillage.
Let people pillage. Let the beaners pillage.
Let the beaners pillage. I think this is like a good trend.
Like why so?
I don't know. I just think it's like it's the first time. It's the first time in a while that we've gotten something as good as like egging.
Yeah.
Like egging is a good way to like get back at somebody. You egg their house, right? And they have to like clean it up and it sucks. And they have to pick up the shelf. But beaning, they have to pick up each individual bean. Like it's just like evolution at its foremost.
Do not.
What?
They don't have to pick up every single bean. Are you fucking kidding me?
One by one.
Why? Why would they? It's not like rubber bands where it's impossible to sweep them up.
That's why I think it's so funny that all these news companies, all these news fucking networks are like writing about it, and they're like, police are urging you, blah blah blah, vandalism.
Stay inside.
It's really not that well thought out. Where it like is so much worse. Like it's like way better than like TPing a house.
Like yeah, what if all the beans? I think this would make it worse. Not worse. I think it would be a detriment to the prank. What if you attached every bean to a string, and it was like a really long string, and you like beaned a whole house, and you like wrapped the house in a bean string bean. Get it?
I don't know. Cut the string.
You just connected it to string beans last minute.
Yeah, I know, but get it?
I wish I did.
I think it's kind of clever. String beaning.
And the Yorkshire police have also asked parents to keep an eye out for their children sneaking beans out of the cupboards. Like, imagine like reading this and being like a helicopter parent who's like, whoa, what is this beaning thing? And my kid cannot be a part of it. And then they like are going up to the kid's room and they're like, do you got any beans? Let me check your room.
Meanwhile, they're just jerking off.
Yeah.
They're putting their baked beans in their gun safes just to keep them safe.
Yeah,
I feel like this is like the reaction like you'd expect to be like kids are actually stealing guns and like shooting up places. My God, I'm terrified. What do I do? Like, but it's beans. Fucking dumb.
Yeah, what was I gonna say about the beans? I just had a thought. But
okay.
Oh, I remember. I think I also really like this because like I feel like just old enough to like really be excluded from the demographic that's participating in this trend. You know what I mean? I really feel like I'm not generalized with them. Like I feel like we're like just old enough where it's like obviously we're not beaning. You know what I mean? Because we don't have any mental problems and we're like older than 15. But
well, don't cut it off there at the mental problems one.
Yeah, no, that wasn't true.
Anyway, move on.
As long as you're under, if you're over the age of 18 and you're buying beans and you're putting
and you're
beaning people's house, then
like you got a fucking life.
Then I want to hang out with you.
No,
let's hang out.
You have problems.
Let's hang out.
Something mentally is wrong. It might not be like a diagnosis, psychological thing, but somewhere
you're
mentally
just weird.
You're thinking it's okay to bean a house at the age of 18 and up. That's not okay.
I have another introduction to make to the next level of beaning.
Okay. Let's hear it.
Tin can, you cook the beans, then you place a firecracker inside the tin can, throw the tin can through a window, then the firecracker goes off and splurts beans everywhere inside the house. That's not what
firecrackers do.
What do you mean?
That's not what firecrackers. They don't explode like that. They would not explode. They would not explode a can. Dynamite. They would not explode. Dynamite.
No, it would just
dynamite would work. Dynamite would work, but don't act like a firecracker would work.
That's such a jump. That's such a jump.
What do you mean?
You could put a bunch of firecrackers in a can of beans, and I bet they pop out. Dude, have you seen videos where they put like one tiny ass firecracker in like a toilet and it fucking pops and explodes? It shatters. It's a decent amount of force.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be a sealed thing. Like we can't reseal the tin can, so it would be open. So like it wouldn't be like a toilet where it has nowhere to go and then it explodes. The explosion would have
saran wrap on top. Saran wrap on top, so when you throw it through the window,
absolutely no way.
It lands perfectly fine, and then it pops like a candle.
You might as well throw a brick through the window because the only inconvenience you're giving them is breaking the window.
Yeah, and beans everywhere because it's gonna work.
Because beans wouldn't go very far.
Maybe on the carpet.
Maybe they spilled. Like I feel like they'll spill on the carpet. First of all, I don't even believe that these firecrackers would even hold place once you throw it or stay lit after throwing it and bouncing around and all these wet beans.
Can you just like play with us here? Can you just like
You just have a little fun.
Like, because for the firecrackers to explode in the beans, they would have to be deeply submerged within the beans. But if you deeply submerge them, then the light is not going to get all the way through there because the beans are liquid.
Then you use some sort of like fireless firecracker.
See, that's ridiculous, and I hate your idea, Sean. I don't think it's the next step in beaning at all. I think you don't know where beaning is. I don't think you know the direction of beaning at all. I don't think you're fit for it.
What's your suggestion?
I have a new idea. I have a new prediction.
Let's hear it.
Okay, so between the toilet seat, you know how you can put the seat up?
Mm-hmm.
So you put the seat up, you put saran wrap down, and then you put the seat back down. And then when somebody goes to sit down, they're going to pee and it's going to splatter all over themselves because it's going to hit the saran wrap.
That's already a thing.
You just got beaned.
It's not beans related at all.
No,
I like already a thing.
I like the idea, but I think we could rework it, although it's a really good original idea. And I think that could be another original idea on its own. But what if after we put the saran wrap there, before they pee on it, we cover the saran wrap in beans?
No, not good.
It just doesn't feel like it keeps with the beaning theme. Also, how do you get it into strangers' houses?
No, you do it to like public places.
I just feel like I feel like it needs to be covered in beans. I feel like beans need to be somewhere.
Okay, fine. What if we, going back to my string bean idea?
Okay.
What if we make a net of string bean?
Okay, I'm listening. Yeah.
And we cover toilets in that. What do you think?
We take the string bean, right? We take the string bean that you've established and we put it around our Christmas tree, right? Instead of like the popcorn on a thread or like cranberries on a thread, you know, when you did that in elementary school. And then you just have like a really good holiday. And it's a lot of fun.
What if we go to like the bean stores or supermarkets, if you're in a small town that doesn't have a store that specializes in beans, like most of us, and
he's a legume lawyer,
and we take toilet paper and we throw it at the bean store, like all over the place, cover the building. And then, you know, if they try and get it out, you know, they pull on the toilet paper and then it rips and it's still up there. They try and soak it out and it just gets all like, you know, all over the place and makes the mess even worse. Boom, you just got beaned, bro.
That's like, why are we beaning bean stores?
That's what makes it beaning.
I don't like the idea.
Otherwise, there's no beans involved.
They can pretty easily clean up the beans, though, because they know a lot about bean spills.
Okay, ready? You make balls of beans, you freeze them, and then you slingshot them through windows.
I like this one.
Yeah, I like it too, because it keeps with the bean theme.
This is what, like, I expect to read when I'm like reading the tone of those articles. Like that kids are freezing beans and like launching them through windows and like hitting people's heads. Like, you know, not that they're like smearing beans on driveways. But also, like, I don't know how I would like be able to like see, it's not even just the smearing beans on driveways, it's the filming it part, like that, like I would not enjoy like participating in the trend. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if I were to be like 15 years old and I were to bean somebody's house, I wouldn't want to look back on that and have that recorded and like cringe at it someday. I want to remember it, you know, like the way I thought, where like I feel like it was super cool and like funny and like, you know, it wasn't just like kind of dumb. Like I want to remember it like epically, not like look back and be like, oh my God, here's a video of me smearing beans. So I think that's the part that I don't like about the trend.
I think your problem was with the internet.
No, it's with filming the trend and then uploading it, not with the rest of the internet.
Yeah. So what do you guys think of beans? I've never eaten a bean in my life. I've never had it before.
Never?
No, but
I can count.
Let us know.
I can count on my hand how many times I've had beans because I've had them so little.
What the fuck?
They're not good. They taste too mushy and weird, and the texture freaks me out.
Like baked beans, every single kind of bean.
I've really mostly tried baked beans and black beans like once or twice.
And
are there other kinds
them.
and they're cooked differently?
Yeah, there's like a bunch of different kinds of beans, man. There's lima beans, there's string beans.
Well, I've had string. All right, look, Sean is definitely like looking at the timer right now, and we're definitely going way over. But oh man, I would love to talk about this for hours. Unfortunately, we can't, Tyler. So
we'll see. Let us know. Let us know what you think of beans. Text us at 917-540-3146. That's our subtext. You can definitely get a bunch of in contact with us, and we could personally get on a personal level and become best friends.
Tyler will respond to you. He promises.
He promises. That's his official position in 1 Minute Talk Show's hierarchy. He's the subtext responder.
It's his ninja way. That's what he. Yeah. We're transitioning, right? Are we done?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, just making sure. All right, we'll see you guys in just a moment.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Podcast Minute Talk Show. You guys know the deal by now. We don't have any sponsors. We would love sponsors. Oh my God, I would love to have sponsors, but we don't. So we're going to get used to us having sponsors by doing fake sponsors. Let's just jump right into it. This episode of Podcast Minute Talk Show is brought to you by Burning Bridges. Burn all your bridges. Connections don't matter. Human connection is probably the most disgusting thing in the whole entire world. Don't connect with people. Thank you.
This episode of Podcast Minute Talk Show is sponsored by Postmates. That's right. This morning, I ordered breakfast from Dunkin' Donuts, and guess what? Their internet was down. And the one dude messaged me and was like, yo, the internet's down, so I'll have to cancel this order. So I went and picked it up myself, but Postmates never canceled the order. What they did was they kept just replacing the delivery driver every time he couldn't do it. And so I just kept watching people on my phone go to the Dunkin', and then it would get canceled. And it happened for like 2 hours. I saw one of the delivery drivers while I was leaving the Dunkin', because I like checked my phone and like the little dot was like where he was right next to me. So shout out Postmates for that. It was very funny.
This episode is sponsored by The Hero's Journey. Really great storytelling technique and kind of, just fun overall. I like it a lot. So, yeah.
Yeah, nice. This episode of Podcast Minute Talk Show is brought to you by immortality, something that we will never achieve in our lifetime, but I'm sure eventually humans will figure out. Thank you.
This episode of Podcast Minute Talk Show was sponsored by Rags to Riches. Not quite as good of a storytelling technique, but hey, if somebody took your first idea for a story, turn to Rags to Riches. Great second storytelling device. If heroes
riches to rags, on the other hand, that's a good story.
This episode is sponsored by the Fountain of Youth, but not the one from like ancient history, the one from Ben 10 specifically.
I love that one.
That one was cool.
That was a great episode. One of the best episodes ever of Ben 10.
Yeah, and then that guy died anyway because it's not actually forever youth. It's just like temporary youth.
Yeah, but no, he's in Ben 10 throughout. Or no, actually, wait, are you talking about that? Oh, never mind. I remember. Yo, that episode's awesome because Ben turns into a 2-year-old and all his aliens are like little tiny 2-year-old versions. And you love to see the aliens look different. You love to see it.
Love to see it.
Forearms is so skinny.
Everybody, I think that's all that we got for you guys this week.
No more sponsors?
No more sponsors. We promised Aiden would come back and regular scheduled Podcast Minute Talk Show would be back, and we delivered. We delivered a week late, but we delivered nonetheless. So you guys are welcome. Stop complaining in the comments. We literally do not care.
Yeah. And all the people who keep commenting on the podcast with just Sean and Tyler, keep commenting on the episodes that Sean and Tyler do solo and saying, wow, this is way better. This is ideal. This is peak 1 Minute Talk Show. Maybe you're right, but I have a contract.
Aiden is contractually obligated to be in every single one. And so you can't complain.
Or mentioned.
Yeah, he's got to be mentioned.
Yeah. So maybe you'll get the 1 minute talk show you deserve when my contract runs out in 30 years.
I'm not gonna live that long though.
Oh yeah, Tyler's gonna be dead by then.
Tyler will be dead. Wait, are we saying goodbye?
Yep.
Oh, well, you gotta give your little Patreon.
No, because before we say goodbye, I just wanted to say, guys, shout out to all of our motherfucking god tier freaking Patreon members. You guys are freaking killing it. We got Andrew Mann, as usual. He's always consistently, he's the motherfucking man. That's why he's called Andrew Mann. Jim Guy Star. Great ass fucking last name. Guy Star. That's two of my favorite words right there. Then we got a new face here. We got a new face. Maddie Pagel. Who knows? P-A-G.
Let us know in the comments how the fuck to say your name.
Pogel.
Maddie, welcome to the show. That's what I can say. We're happy to have you on board. Tyler, what do you know, Tyler loves Maddie's. Tyler, I just made that up, but like, go with it.
Yeah,
next up, we got Star true. Creature. Like, dude, you're a little creature who's made of stars.
Yeah, dude. What are you talking about?
And finally, we have the motherfucking man, the myth, the legend himself, the dude who keeps us in line, keeps us from doing bad. That's right, the motherfucking sheriff. Every time we step out of line, he does show up at our houses and put us on lockdown. Shout out the motherfucking sheriff, guys. If you want to go on to the Patreon and subscribe yourself, you'll get some motherfucking exclusive ass episodes. Every 1 minute talk show thing you see on YouTube, guess what? There's actually a whole nother episode, and soon there's going to be a whole nother 2 episodes every single time just for Patreon subscribers. Oh my God. Was this podcast too short for you? Well, guess what? When we're done recording this, we're about to record the Patreon exclusive podcast as well that you'd also be able to listen to. And that comes out once a week as well. Well, what if I want other benefits that Aiden couldn't remember right now? Then go check it out and see if you love them. Give your mom a kiss.
Give your mom a kiss, and if she's dead. Go to her grave.
Yes, she would have loved that.
She would have. And she loves you anyway.
And she loves you, and she's always with you. Like,
she'll always be with you,
especially when you feel alone. That's when she's with you the most. I'm Aiden.
I'm Tyler.
And I'm Sean. And this was
Podcast Minute Talk Show. Jesus Christ. We gotta stop doing this. We gotta stop doing this.
Yeah, like what like yeah. And this was forever and always shall be podcast, and then in unison, Podcast Minute
Talk Show.
Yes, and then
talk show.
And then all the viewers can do it at home too. And then if you're just listening, we're doing like a whole like father son holy heaven thing. Like we're touching all of the parts of our body.
Holy heaven.
Heaven. Whatever. Holy crap.
Father, son.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.